there is a very important step, okay, that we must take before we rush to the listing appointment, right?
Yes, this is absolutely critical, Chris. This is a step that you don't bypass. You don't forget this step, because this step, I can tell you from experience, when you skip this step, you walk in behind. Like you're already behind during the listing appointment. You follow this step, you're going to walk in and you're way ahead of your competition.
Yeah, this is a tool to actually thwart the competition simultaneously while making you stand out in the marketplace, both consciously and unconsciously. Like, people won't recognize exactly what's happening, but this little tool that you're going to send out does significantly set you apart. There's one piece of information that hits to the heart of what the sellers want us to do, and that's what I want to share with you guys. Yeah, so how many of you guys are sending in your pre-listing packet of information that you're providing to your clients before you show up on an appointment, a property marketing plan, meaning a list of all the things that you're going to do to market the home to prospective buyers? Right now, this is very important. You know, according to the National Association of Realtors, the highest priority task that home sellers want us to do as real estate professionals is to market the home to buyers in the market. Right now, they want us to do a few other things like help set the price and make recommendations, but ultimately, you know, according to the profile of home buyers and sellers, the thing sellers want from us is to market that home. So if we know that's going to be the case, does it make sense to explain to them everything that we're going to do and even use this as a point of distinction or a point of differentiation on how we stand out from others in the marketplace? Because, Gary, what is it that, unless we tell them this is what we're gonna do to market their home, what is it that they think we're going to do?
Well, here's the problem, is that they think that we're going to do what they think everybody does, and that is put the home in the MLS, put a sign in the yard, and sit back and pray that the house sells. And that's a very dangerous position that we put ourselves in, because, like I said, we show up to a listing appointment and we're already far behind. So if we show up and we have already stricken that thought that all we do is show up and put a home in the MLS, put a sign in the yard, and pray that it sells, what happens is that they begin to marginalize us and say that we are just like everybody else, which, by the way, I'm gonna share with you, that's the number one reason they ask us to discount our commission, and that's the number one reason where they look at the other agents that they're interviewing, and then it's like, any, mini, miny, mo, I'm gonna choose this one for no reason whatsoever.
Yeah, if we want to get recognized for our expertise, if we want to get recognized as an expert, or we want to have that authority, that credibility in the mind of all the clients, ultimately, when it comes down to how do we command respect with our clients so that they'll respect our information, our expertise, is we got to show them how we're different. Yeah. So when we look like we're all the same, that's a problem, right? And here's the thing, unintentionally, we tend to look the same. We all say that, you know, we care. We all say that you can trust us and that we have integrity and that we're honest. And we all, you know, we might not say these things overtly, but these are the things that we're trying to communicate in the marketplace. You know, plenty of people out there saying that they're number one. Plenty of people out there saying that they can sell the home for more and faster and all of those things, right? But what we want to do, and if that's the noise that's out there, guess what? Doesn't matter what you're saying, you all sound the same, right? That's what happens to us when we make the same promises to everybody. They're like, yeah, okay, I'm just going to go with my brother-in-law or my sister-in-law because at least I trust that person, right? But what we need to do is give people a reason to see, wait a minute, these guys are different. I mean,
yes. Oh, you nailed it, Chris. Differentiation is the name of the game. And by the way, I want to share with everybody, Lisa just commented, when you share your information, I'm going to go further and say your expertise, you are already establishing yourself as the expert. Yes, Lisa, you nailed it. That's exactly the point here.
And so what we got to do, this is why the pre-listing packet's so effective. And this particular piece is that before we even show up, we are preceding the conversation to happen on the listing appointment, during the listing presentation, so that we're showing up at the door and they already have that understanding about what we're going to do for them. And they now can place a premium on our expertise. In fact, this tool alone, right, is going to help you come back to justify your fees. We're going to talk more about that later, but this is a tool that you can use to justify your fees. Now, we could talk more about this. I'm just going to shorten the conversation by saying this is simply a list of the kitchen sink of what you're going to do to market the home. In our own property marketing plan, we emphasize those things that make us unique and different. We use a lot of Facebook ads. We do a lot of Google ads. We do a lot of video. We do a lot of things, and we emphasize those things that make us different, and we de-emphasize the things that make us the same. By the way, we also include those things in there. I am going to mention that we put a sign in the yard because we do, but I'm just going to emphasize those things that make us different.